rest of the month in regards to love and romance. All right, ask for help. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. So, Virgo, whether you are single 100 with nobody around, or you're dating, or you are in a significant partnership, these last 2 weeks of May, you need to ask for and allow others to help and support you, okay? Whatever you're going through, whatever you're feeling, if it's like, I've been doing all this stuff for you, I need you to help me too, say that, okay? Even if you're just dating somebody, if you've been like helping them out, and now you need something, don't be afraid to ask. Be like, hey, can you help me with this? And you know what? If they want to not be available, then that tells you who they really are, right? And that means that it's time for you to shut yourself off to helping them and being there for them. But if you are super single and you are feeling really sad and depressed about that, you need to reach out to friends, to family, and just express your heart. Just say, look, I don't need advice. Maybe you do, but if you don't, just say, I don't need advice. I just need to vent. I just need to purge all of this out of me. This is how I'm feeling. Because you know what? Sometimes that's all you need is just to lose your shit, right? And just do the ugly cry, the whole 9 yards. And it's out of you. You're good. You're done. It's gone. So if you're super single and that's speaking to you, ask a friend to let you purge. Also, if you're super single, asking for help, this to me, you might want to try a dating website. I am not a fan of those myself, but honestly, it's a dating website that you have to pay for and not a free service like some of those out there, which I feel are just hookup sites, the ones that are free. Do it. You might meet somebody. Also, if there's somebody that you're kind of crushing on and you guys have a mutual friend, talk to the mutual friend. See if there's any chance for you, okay? So apply that how it would fit if you're super single. How do you need to ask for help? Okay? If you're dating, again, if you need some advice, if you're unsure, seriously, reach out. Don't just play things over in your head and try to figure it out that way. Ask the advice of somebody else, because sometimes it's just hard for us to see things when we're super involved. Also, if you've had a bad fight or you're having a disagreement, you might talk to somebody to help you work through that energy so that you and the person you're involved with can reconcile that. If you're in a relationship, again, this is where you need to ask your partner for the help that you need, no matter what it is, okay? So, Virgo, it's all about you being willing to let others help you the way that you always help other people, okay? So, let's pull a couple of romance angels. So we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And you know what? This might be what this is about, where if you've been dating somebody for a while, you could be like, look, either we're going to do this or I'm out, okay? And they're like, all right, let's do this. Some of you, this could be with this asking for help, where we're deciding that it's time that we move in with each other. Somehow, some way, Virgo, your love life is shifting these last 2 weeks of May. And Some of you, you might meet somebody brand new, okay? Like I said, there might be a mutual connection you have with somebody. And now, where you were single, now we're in a relationship. Some of you that are dating around, it's like you and somebody else really connect. If you're in a relationship, this is where, we're taking things to the next level. It could just be like through our communication, our emotional connection. Maybe some of you are legitimately getting proposed to or engaged to. But now we have this love yourself first, which has been coming out in a lot of the readings, actually. And paired up with this ask for help, if you have been just really giving excessively in your relationships, your romantic partnerships, or your partnership, some of you are with one person, others of you are dating, it's time for you to pull back a little bit. Like, that's what I'm getting for Virgo in general with these cards, is like, you've got to pull back and other people have got to start pulling their weight, so to speak, in, the relationship that they're sharing with you romantically. It's time for them to step it up and bring the same A game that you're bringing, okay? Because with love yourself first, your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. This is just like, look, when you're just giving yourself away, then even though you're very valuable, if you're just giving yourself away, it's like you are projecting the energy of not being valuable. And giving yourself away, I mean like doing, and not demanding anything back in return. And yes, you should always give without the expectation. However, when you're involved with somebody romantically and you're always there for them, you're willing to drop whatever you need to for them when they need you, but they can never ever return that favor to you, then it's time for you to take a step back and not be there for them in that same capacity, which ultimately I feel is what allows this shift where things actually improve, because you pull back, if that makes sense. So if you are just single, what I see about this is, how do you feel about yourself? Do you believe that you are worthy of love? Do you believe that you're beautiful? Do you believe that you're awesome? Do you believe that you're a catch, that anybody would be lucky and worthy to have you? Okay, because that might be a big hang up in your energy field for some of you that have been single for quite some time. And with this ask for help, do what you need to do to help you get over this slump, okay? There's like some self-improvement or just something you could do that's going to shift the energy so that a relationship does come in. But asking for help, you've got to be willing to help yourself, and you've got to believe that, love does exist for you, and do whatever you need to do to help better balance your energy. So let's pull some tarot. So we have the Six of Swords, which, this paired up with love yourself first. If you let somebody just kind of come and go because you have feelings for them, but it's like they just want sex, they very well just might want sex, Virgo, and you need to love yourself first and cut that off. Because now we have this. So yeah, definitely some of you, this is about sex, where somebody's just kind of in and out, in and out. Now we have the Three of Wands, lots of passion here. Now we have the Magician, and we have the Five of Pentacles. So listen, those of you who are dating, and you feel like somebody's just, like, it's just about the sex for them, cut it off. Be like, no, we're not having sex, because this is the courtship card. So I feel like if you cut that off, if somebody just feels like they kind of have a free pass and you cut it off, one of two things will happen, right? Either they're going to say, okay, I'm on board, or they're going to be like out of there because, they were there for one thing. And, any relationship that is built based solely on a sexual connection is never going to last, unfortunately. Even though the sex may be out of this world amazing, that's just not enough. Sometimes love isn't enough, right? Good sex is definitely not going to be enough, because I see good sex happening right here, okay? This is really awesome relations, hot, fire, passionate, chemistry. This is kissing and making out and being playful with each other. And this is courtship, this is dating. And, here we are kissing and embracing again. So whoever you guys are involved with, there's a lot of passion and chemistry going on. You just need to make sure that, it's for the right reasons. And because we have engagement in the Magician, I know that some of you who have been just like dating somebody and this is going on, honestly, if you're like, hey, either we need to make this official or this has to end because I have feelings for you. I really feel like they'll get on board, okay? But again, if you know they're just using you for sex, no, they're not going to get on board. They're not. I mean, let's be real, okay? So if you enjoy that type of relationship and you're just fine with it, by all means, continue on. I just don't see anything changing until Virgo is like, hey, this is what needs to happen, okay? For others of you, man, it looks like there is a nice, wonderful, hot romance unfolding these last 2 weeks, okay? Just make sure you don't give yourself away too much, Virgo. But other than that, it's like those of you who just met somebody and it's fun and it's flirty, or you're just about to meet somebody and it's fun and it's flirty, it looks like a good deal. There's a lot of sex to be had these last 2 weeks, a lot of dates to go on. And again, some of you could actually legitimately be getting engaged based on this energy. So overall for Virgo, it looks pretty awesome, other than this one scenario where I feel like a Virgo is kind of getting used. And if that speaks to you, you've got to be real and you've got to own it and seek the help that you need to help rid yourself of that type of energy, okay? So if you're in a relationship, again, I feel like if you just say, hey, I need you to help me with this, and if they want to be a butt, and then you just kind of pull back a little bit, they'll get on board with you. All right, so your advice is thinking of you, a loving thought, serendipity. Very interesting advice. I feel with that, that's more of a confirmation for some of you, where, because I'm going to pull the next card as your actual advice. That, to me, is a confirmation, Virgo, that if somebody's just kind of popped into your mind out of nowhere, then it's because they are thinking of you. You're on their mind too, okay? If you are just madly obsessed with somebody, then I don't know that I can really say that them being on your mind is because, they're thinking of you. If you are totally preoccupied with something else and all of a sudden they pop in there, then yes, I would say so. And we don't realize that, when you are just relaxing or whatever, and you think of somebody from ever ago, just like an old friend, maybe a teacher, old coworker, something like that, so randomly, and it feels strong, and you're just having these thoughts about him, that's because somehow, some way, you've been brought up in their life, and that's why you are feeling that. We all sense the energy and vibes, but it's at a subconscious level for many of us. In this day and age, many people are awakening to all of that, but for the most part, most people just experience that in the subconscious mind, and then it seeps into the conscious mind as a thought of that person, and you're like, oh, wow, But if that's the case, it's because they're thinking of you too. Now, with this, also, whoever you're thinking about or whoever you're desiring, you can send those vibes out to them, and they'll definitely feel that you're thinking of them. For the rest of you, we have the rising above, clarity, freedom, solution. And Virgo, I really feel like that comes from asking for the help you need and pulling back from the relationship or relationships if you're dating multiple people that just really aren't honoring you. Okay, so those are your messages. No matter what, it looks like Virgo's having some hot relations in these last 2 weeks.